Do you have an engine dowel pin that you have to remove and can't figure out how to get it out? I'm gonna show you how to do it with a little bit of help from a MIG welder. Stick around. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Everything's a Project with Jeremy. This is my 429 base stroker race engine that's gonna go in my gas rover here. And I've really been trying to step up this project because it's sat and languished for too long. One of the things that I have to do is align my bell housing for the T56 that's going to go in this thing. Additionally, this engine is going to use a mid-plate rear assembly. So the Bellhousing Dowel pins that are in this engine are not only non-adjustable, but they're too short. I can't use them with the mid-plate. So we've got to yank them out. I have these lovely extended adjustable dowel pins from Rob MC that I'd love to get in. And I tried your basic vice grip technique, didn't work. Some engines, I think small block Chevys for instance, you can get at these from the front and just bang them out with a hammer and punch. That is unfortunately not the case with a 429. They do make a tool for this. I don't have one, and it's not available for rent at like my local AutoZone and O'Reilly's. So we're gonna have to get redneck here. So here's what we're gonna do. I have cut the head off of a couple of bolts. It's basically making a stud. And I've also cut a little piece of spacer stock. I keep this around. This is just steel plumbing tube that I keep around to use as spacers. So I cut myself a little spacer here that is big enough to go over my dowel pins. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna weld this stud on to the end of the dowel pin. Then we'll put our spacer stock through it, put a nut on the end, and hopefully we'll be able to pull these things right out. Let's see if this is genius or if I'm just an idiot. Here we go. All right, that's now good and hot, which means it's expanded, which we don't want. So we're gonna give it a little bit to cool down, then we're gonna see if it'll come out. All right, so we've given this a couple minutes to cool down. Got our nut threaded on the end with our spacer and a couple washers. It's not on there dead straight, but it's close enough, and hopefully this works. Hopefully I can grab the right wrench. Take two with the right sized wrench. Is that 11/16? All right, including the right sized wrench this time. Hopefully this works. Something's happening. I don't know how long these are. I might need to add more washers on the end if this doesn't pull it all the way out. Hey! Everyone want to see what victory looks like? That's what victory looks like. So hey, if you guys know you have to do this and you don't have access to the back of the pin to just be able to knock it out, this is a very viable option as long as you have replacement pins so you don't have to reuse the pins that are in there. Because this pretty much is going to destroy this pin. There are other ways to do it. I've seen people talk about drilling all the way through and then tapping them or putting a Zerk fitting in them and putting grease from behind. This was a lot faster than that. Now if you have the tool, great. That's probably the way to go. But to be honest, like I did a little quick searching when I was looking to see if like AutoZone carried them. They're fairly expensive. The cheapest one I found was about $90. Most of them were a lot more than that. And that's a lot for something that I'm probably only gonna use one time a year max. So by all means, grab it with the vice grips first. If the vice grips don't get it out and you don't have the tool and you don't wanna try to drill all the way through it, and you have a MIG welder. MIG welder helps with a lot of little tasks like this. Cut the head off a bolt, make a stud, weld it to it, and then just yank it out with a nut and a spacer, and you're done. That's gonna do it. Please like and subscribe. Hope you learned something. Maybe this will help somebody else down the line. We'll see you next time.